Raised by Wolves is an American science fiction drama television series that premiered on HBO Max on September 3, 2020. The first two episodes were directed by Ridley Scott, who also serves as the show's executive producer. Shortly after its premiere, the series was renewed for a second season, which premiered on February 3, 2022. The first season earned mostly positive reviews from critics, and the second season has also gained praise. But in this piece, we'll tell you everything we know about a possible third season of Raised by Wolves. The third season of Raised by Wolves has yet to be confirmed, and we have no idea whether the series will be continued or not. The second season is now set to launch on February 3, 2022, and we have no idea when we could hear about a potential third season. Raised by Wolves is a strong contender for a renewal, but we'll have to wait a little longer for confirmation, with the season possibly airing next year or in 2024. The first 3 episodes of Raised by Wolves were broadcast on HBO Max on September 3, 2020. The episodes were written by Aaron Guzikowski and directed by Ridley Scott and Luke Scott. The first season consists of 10 episodes, with the final episode premiering on HBO Max on October 1, 2020. The first season was well received by critics, with The Wall Street Journal's John Anderson summarizing the show as follows: "The storyline is involved, but keeps a viewer off balance in a nice way. It looks fantastic. And Mother is the most unforgettable female-like space monster since Sigourney Weaver's Ripley in Alien." Bristling with imagination and unearthly visuals, Raised by Wolves is a gory examination of artificial intelligence and religious belief that will engage the eye and mind if not the heart, according to Rotten Tomatoes. Raised by Wolves was expressly renewed for a second season by HBO Max shortly after its broadcast. The first 2 episodes of the second season debuted on February 3, 2022. Season 2's episode count is currently unclear, thus we don't know when it will conclude. What does this all entail for a possible third season? Unfortunately, nothing, but depending on how you look at it, that may not be such a bad thing. Raised by Wolves are a program with a good crew, a show with mainly positive reviews, and a show with a passionate fandom, all of which is usually enough to warrant a renewal. Now, we don't know what HBO Max plans to do with the show or how many seasons Guzikowski has in store for us, but the show is a strong contender for a renewal. Now, whether or not that will happen is unknown, and we'll simply have to wait for some official news about the show's future. If it is renewed, we doubt we would see the third season before late 2023 or even 2024. The plot of Raised by Wolves Season 3. Raised by Wolves Season 3's plot is completely unknown. Specifically, the show is founded on a unique concept, and we have no source to consult about what we may expect from the show's future. We don't even know what will happen in the impending second season, other than that some plot aspects from Season 1 will be continued. However, because Season 3 is still a long way off, we can't even speculate on its substance. But what exactly is Raised by Wolves about? In the 22nd century, Mother and Father, a gynoid and an android, abandon an Earth destroyed by the conflict between militant atheists and Mithraic members of the Soul Cult to colonize the planet Kepler 22b, bringing 12 human babies with them to start a new society. Mother connects to the artificial umbilical cords found in the colonization module to allow 6 fetuses to grow when the 2 androids land in a harsh semi-desert environment and construct a small village. The children are born 9 months later, one of whom looks to be stillborn at first. Mother and Father name him Campion after their creator. Campion, on the other hand, was the sole survivor 12 years later. As the colony's future looks gloomy, the 3 realize that they are not the only Earth refugees in this corner of the cosmos. In truth, a spaceship has arrived at Kepler 22b and is in orbit around it. The ship, a Mithraic colonization ark named Paradise, is on a Mithraic colonization expedition. Father tries to connect with the strangers, concerned about the fate of Campion, the lone surviving human being. Mother assaults and deactivates him, hiding his body, against Father's wishes, but Campion still manages to contact the Ark, and a small Mithraic reconnaissance team discovers their plantation. The Mithraics believe Campion, the first human born in humanity's new country, is the fulfillment of a prophecy, and they resolve to take him with them and destroy Mother. Their strategy, however, fails when Mother demonstrates lethal fighting skills and kills numerous team members. Marcus, one of these, tries to flee with the scout ship, but is apprehended by Mother and put outside. The Mother then seizes control of the ship and sails to the Ark, destroying all opposition with hypersonic screams and beams of energy that shoot from her fighting eyes. The Mother then returns to the colony on the spaceship after directing the Ark to crash into the planet. Meanwhile, Marcus has survived, and Campion, shaken by Marcus's destructive abilities, begins to have doubts about Mother. You now have all of the information and our opinions about Raised by Wolves Season 3, which means you've probably figured on your own that there will be no trailer for the third season of Raised by Wolves. This is simply due to the fact that it is still too early for a third season trailer. The season hasn't even been confirmed yet, and we don't really know if it will be, honestly, so we'll have to wait for the third season to be confirmed before we can have any expectations of seeing a trailer. As previously said, Raised by Wolves has a good possibility of being renewed, but it's still too early for production to begin, given that the season hasn't even been confirmed. The first season was well reviewed, and the show has a strong fan base, thus the prospects of renewal are excellent. However, we still don't have any official information about the upcoming season, so we'll have to wait a little longer. Taking all we've discussed into consideration, a trailer for Raised by Wolves Season 3 is unlikely to debut until early 2023, depending on when the probable third season would premiere. Will there be a Season 3 of Raised by Wolves? HBO Max has not yet renewed their cookie sci-fi epic for Season 3, but Decider can confirm that Raised by Wolves creator is already thinking about Season 3. He teased that Campion Sturges, Cosmo Jarvis, isn't in Season 2, but we may gaze upon him in a potential third season. Share your thoughts in below comment box.